Hey guys, welcome back to 4-Wheel Builds. And today we're back working on a 2015 Mercedes C450 AMG. So we had a good tour of the new project, and today I'll start ripping it all apart. Well, maybe not all of it. I'll be taking all the red parts of this car. Now first of all, I really want to concentrate on this front end, so the bumper, all the rad pack, and get to that engine so we can get the part numbers to see what I need to order in order to get the engine started. So I've got a notepad, a pen, and as we're taking all the parts off, we'll be cataloging them, so getting all the part numbers off that we need. And any of the parts which are still good, we'll take them off, put them into bags, and ensure they are safe and we don't lose them. So something like this front radar, this is good, and I'm sure it's not cheap, so we want to ensure we keep that. Alright guys, so let me get my tools out, and let's get started on this front end. First of all, let's see if we can get the remainder of this front bumper off first. And there we go, the front bumper is off. Now, next thing is, let's remove this bracket. I'm not actually quite sure as to what this really is. If anyone knows what this bar here is, what it does, let me know in the comments below. There's some T30s here that hold this in place. So I can see that wiring in here with this radar looking thing can be separated here, and I've got to find out what this piece is here and just check all the remainder of the wiring, make sure it's all good. So let's take off some of these brackets. Let's get this camera out of here, just make sure it's out of harm's way and doesn't get damaged. Two T20s holding it in place, and that looks good, does not look damaged. One camera. Alright, as you can see, the front rebar is really bent up. So what I want to try and do is see if I can get these bolts out. There's two here and there's two here, and that way we should be able to then get some of these out, remove this whole thing out of here. At least that's the plan. That's two. And they don't even look bent, so potentially we'll be able to utilize these. Okay, well that still doesn't allow me to take the rebar off. So I think these 4 bolts might also be holding it in place, so let's see if we can get these off. Right guys, I think in order to get this rebar off, I've got to take this top, I guess, support structure off from here. That includes all these vent guides, that includes the hood locks, and this aluminium piece that goes along here. So let me get that off, let me put you on time lapse, and let's get this sucker out of here. Okay, in order to get to this bolt, I need to do a bit of hammering to expose this bolt in order for me to be able to take it off. Now what I've just done is disconnected the battery. Now I'll give it a few minutes just to make sure that all the power has been discharged. because what I don't want to happen is for me to start hammering and for this airbag to go off. So let's give it a few minutes, and in the meantime let's catalog some of these items that we've already taken off. Alright, and after quite a bit of finagling, I've been able to release this second bracket. Alright, having taken this left bracket off, we've got the part number right there, so let's go catalog it to make sure that we buy the replacement part. Having done the left hand side, let's now take care of the right hand side. And that's the other one, and that means a bracket is loose. So in theory, we should be able to take the rebar off now. And now we've got the rebar removed a little bit, I can see there's some smash sensors that need to be unbolted. Plus there's a bracket, I think, for the horn. And on the left hand side, we also have this, I believe that's a smash sensor, which needs to be removed. Okay, so there's the rebar. So guys, check out this rebar I've taken off. It is absolutely smashed. So I've got to take off these horns. I'm not quite sure if they're good or not, so I'll take them off just in case. So we've got the part numbers. That sensor I'll need to take off, get the part number, because that smash sensor is absolutely smashed. There you go. Plus I need to take this, because I think this is the rod that the hood latch grabs onto, so I need to get that taken off as well. I'm not quite sure what these things on the end here are, so I probably need to take those out on both sides, because there's these plastic bits or something that are mounted in there. Not quite sure what these are, but alright, so let me just strip the rest of this rebar out, and then we'll record the actual numbers of parts that we need from it, and we'll continue on with stripping the remainder of the car. So next will be the radiator pack. I'm peeling this car like an onion, layer by layer, getting to the actual important bit, which is the engine. And a few days later, we're back at the 4Wheel Builds workshop. And today we'll concentrate on getting these radiators off to make sure we get to the engine. I want to finally see what's happened down there, and is this engine salvageable. And it is a beautiful spring day. Take a look outside, nice and sunny. It is fantastic. So outside of the fact that we're going to work on the Mercedes today, I also want to do some work on the farm. The grass needs to be cut, the lawnmower needs a service, so there's quite a few things to do. So guys, over the next few days, there might not be a Mercedes update. Let me know if you're interested in seeing some content, me working on the farm, cutting grass and just getting stuff ready around here. And before we get started, maybe on the car today, check out what I picked up yesterday. I picked up a slightly damaged ABOS toolbox on wheels. There's a upper section and there's also a lower section in here. My tool organization, well, I'll try my best, but This will be a great place to keep all the tools in one place, so I'm not constantly looking for them. Let's get this sucker put together. Wheels. That's good to go. Alright, the toolbox is now all nicely put together. So that's a lot of room for screwdrivers and all other bits and pieces. So I can store them in there. I've got these nice padded bottoms in the drawers so that things don't go banging around. Plus there's a check key, you can lock this up, which is kind of cool. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm pretty happy. It's a little bit damaged. No, oh, it is what it is. I got it for cheap, so I'm really happy with that. So now let's end with that and let's get on to the Mercedes, because this is what I really wanted to do here today, is get this radiator pack off and finally take a look at this bloody engine in order to get there. And guys, take a look at this AC condenser. It is absolutely smashed. You can see right through it. Every time I touch this, there's pieces falling down. There we go. So next one is the coolant. I think, well, here it's broken, and here we need to undo the clip, and that should just pop out right out. I've got the second cooler off, so there's only one remaining, which is this one. So let's get this sucker out, and then we should get to the fan and the shroud and the intercooler behind it. And there's the last of the radiators. It was a bit of a pain to actually get these out. I'll get these connections off, but I got it off in the end. This one's also got a nasty hole in it. So that's all three of our radiators. I've got my little helper. We got to the, I guess, fan shroud. So we've got to take the fan off, the intercooler, and then we'll start seeing the engine here. And let's take a quick look in there. It's looking quite bad at the moment, I must say. It is looking quite bad. Now before we move on, let me start maybe marking some of these hoses so I know where they actually go. I might remember now, but after a while I'll probably forget as to where these go and how they connect up. Now with the fan and the shroud taken off, we can see the intercooler, that's all smashed up. So we need to take that off. Obviously that's the top of the intercooler. And that needs to come off as well. And then we'll see the engine. And as with the electrical connectors, all the hoses that are disconnected, I mark as to where they go. Normally the hoses connect to a particular place and they don't really sort of fit into any other place, but still just makes the whole process a lot easier when you're connecting things back up to know where these need to go back to. Let's see if we can get this intercooler off easily. Intercooler off. Now let's take this hose off, because I think this is actually getting in our way a little bit as well. Get this taken out. So now guys, we can see the extent of the damage. There's a serpentine belt. Let's get that out. But take a look at the intercooler. The impression that left on this main pulley. So guys, this is the main pulley. This is actually taking a big hit because this is all bent back on the bottom there, and the cover for the timing belt is also taking out quite a beating. Now, is the block okay? I believe it should be, but I think we need to take more of these components off to be sure of that. Alright, now, although the damage does look pretty bad, it doesn't look good at first sight, but looking at the engine, I see the front cover, the timing belt cover is damaged, the oil pan is damaged, but the block itself seems to be all in good condition. So I think my predictions of the engine being good, I think are quite true. There's still a few components I want to take off, and we'll get to the bottom of this. So guys, take a look at this hole in this engine. There's the oil pump and a chain. So the timing belt seems to be okay. But look at this pulley. It took a massive hit. It's all mangled. So I am still hopeful that this engine's salvageable, but at the moment it's looking very, very, very sorry for itself. Okay, so let's check if we can use this pulley to remove this pulley off. Okay, pull the strap a little bit more. Let's see if that does anything for us. But actually, let's just maybe take some of this tension off. Now let's take out this water outlet, and this actually goes to the intercooler. So let's take it off to make sure it doesn't get damaged. Alright guys, let's end this episode on that note. This pulley is, it's a pain in the butt. I must say, it's proving a lot harder to get off than I thought it was going to be. It's just because it's all bent up and I think it's just pressing against one side. So I need to research and investigate other ways of maybe we can get this pulley off. So I hope you enjoyed today's content and you'll join us in the next episode as we continue on the rebuild of the Mercedes C450 AMG. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Always enjoy reading your comments and I hope to see you in the next episode. See you guys then. Peace.